I'm Kate McKenzie and I'm the technical support or science technical support here at Scott Base. We hang out in the metropolis of the Hatherton Lab. Up here we have a range of science stuff, which this used to be the real kind of science hub of Scott Base from my understanding. We had a lot of long-term experiments, but a lot of them are slowly changing or being migrated out. But we have some crazy looking equipment here which does sort of measures the magnetic field and do some radar measurements, and we have all our weather kit which is set up here, so that's linked to our weather stations out the back. And then we have our standard PCs and all the server racks and things. This job is super random. It involves a bit of everything. We do probably about maybe 50% of our work is for NIWA, so up at Arrival Heights, which is an atmospheric research lab, so we spend quite a lot of time up there doing atmospheric measurements of ozone and things that are affected by ozone or produced by ozone breakdown. So a lot of that's spectroscopy stuff, so running sort of magic looking boxes up there that tell us what the light's doing in the atmosphere. So a lot of that, and then we do weather observations down at Scott Base every day, do a bit of computer support, run around after scientists getting things they need for field events and for events based here. We do the water testing, we do lots of very eclectic mix of things here. We have some sort of things that are daily, so we do daily kind of observations and experiments that we check on and keep an eye on to make sure they haven't blown up or aren't misbehaving. We do weather observations every day at 9 o'clock, and then probably a chunkier day if the sun's out, we'll be up at Arrival Heights kind of doing measurements up there with different instruments and keeping an eye on things, and then you might be back down here sort of going out with a field event or organising things for a field event, or doing work like software work, helping people on base with PCs and bits and pieces. So yeah, and then we sort of have monthly tasks where we'll calibrate instruments, which will take up a couple of days, or do the water testing on base, which will take up another few days. So it's sort of a mix of kind of weekly, monthly tasks, and then just responsive stuff like, help, this is broken, or oh dear, this is blown up. Although we're very closely linked in with the science that goes on in base, we're quite removed actually from the actual kind of base function, which is quite different. I think a lot of the engineers, it's very reactive. Everyone knows when the power goes out, everyone knows when, the lights aren't on or the water's not running, whereas nobody really knows if the ozone layer's breaking up or not. Nobody's that worried kind of here on base, they're just worried about when the sausage rolls are coming. So you end up sort of metaphorically wearing lots of hats, but also a lot of time putting on different layers of clothing, so actually lots of hats helps. But yeah, it's a very cool job, and it pays too. They get people from all sorts of backgrounds doing it. Like, I've got a kind of terrestrial conservation background, and then they usually have IT people or physics people, so as long as you can learn fast, I think, and be pretty chilled out, it helps, because any plans you make change about every 40 seconds. So yeah, although most of our job is inside, it's definitely out and about. It's the place to be. You never get tired of it. Every day it's different.